So remember how Khu's posted like no hints on the Pokemon games in like 7 months? Nothing? The same way Pokemon did nothing? How come the day I decide, hey, I'm gonna try making some Pokemon videos again, then you post a hint? You baited me. You post this just for me, like 12 hours after my video, just to see if I'll make a video on it. But guess what? I will. But I ain't gonna fall for it. So apparently this is actually post about something big after Ikaku, which is Legend ZA, which could only be Gen 10. New project hint. Praying hands. That's cool for you. Then he says, by the way, this one is not pertaining to Ikaku. That's all we could spill now. Enjoy. That ain't a spill, that's a dribble. That's one drop. Also, think about this. How could this hint ever be wrong? I could make it sound like anything. Wait until, February 2026. And whatever they announce, somehow praying hands will work for it. Your freaking hint poo-poo. But then, he says something which boxes him in. A bit after he tweets this, he says, checked the replies. Few people nailed it so quickly, lol. Good job. There's an answer to discover here. So let's talk about this. Aren't you excited? So when it comes to praying hands, it actually leads me to only one thing. And I've already made so many freaking videos on this concept. But what it leads me to is Johto. Johto is where you've got traditions and all, and they worship. What could it also work to be? I don't freaking get this praying. I don't want to go back to the Unova Johto days. Here's the thing. If someone in the replies got it, let me look at the replies. Now, I don't have a hazmat suit, but we need some protection. I hope this is a Project Bloom info, because Gen 10 feels so far out, especially when y'all don't have hints for ZA. I just don't want another region in Europe, lol. That's racist. It's Pokemon related. Ikaku is not a big deal, to be fair. The frick you saying to me? The frick? Yo, he's saying some wild stuff. First off, what the frick is Project Bloom? Ew, you're tripping, bro. Project Bloom is some next game Game Freak make. Game Freak, you working on multiple games? Make Pokemon better first. I'm sorry. When he says Ikaku's not a big deal, this is kind of trippy. It inspires some weird ideas in my mind. Like how, when Legends Arceus came out, it came out alongside BDSP. So when you hear this, it makes you think, wait a sec, when Legends ZA is coming out, are you implying maybe there could even be a project alongside it? Why else would you say Ikaku's not a big deal? I don't think that's the case. I think he's saying Ikaku is not a big deal in comparison to the giant project that would release a whole year later. But it's still weird wording. I think he's just trying to sound like he knows what's going down. ZA is not a big deal? Now I'm wondering what's going on. I'm still hyped for it though. Compared to other mainline games that have whole regions, Plaza is one city. It will most likely be the size of one DLC. Fair enough. Boys think they're gonna bring back Mega Evolutions. What are they gonna add? 4? See, the way I see it is they're gonna make the region huge and they're gonna add like at least 10, 15 megas. And it's gonna be the main Pokemon game for that whole year. Fair enough, but I do think we should wait because sure, it's one city, but it's gonna be huge. Plus, depending on the story and things, could big. But compared to something like a new gen, yeah, it's not a big deal in that context. What the frick am I reading? Okay. Then we get to the big scoop. Oh, this is different? Is it a post game or an app game? Big one after Ikaku. So, here he's saying it's some big project after Pokemon Legends ZA, which I can only imagine to be Gen 10. Especially if he's saying Ikaku is not a big deal in comparison to it. We all know Gen 10 is gonna be huge. It's the big Gen X. You know they got big plans for it. And he says, and the corresponding console. So let's go down the replies and see if anyone has figured it out, because one of these is right. Either Johto or Unova Remix. I believe it's Italy, due to Game Freak's concern with creating diverse cities. And this has... I'm looking for people solving. No one is solving it. Get to work. I'll solve it. I mean, look, let's do some detective work here. If this came out at 7:30 and this came out at 9:09, let's look for a reply before 9:09. They'll have the answer. We know the answer. It's Gen 10. I ain't even gonna cheat. It's Gen 10. Like you need a clever mind. I hope it's Gen 10 with 10 fingers instead of Australia. There you go. That's the answer. When was this posted? Yeah, that's the answer. Okay? You're praying, you put your 10 fingers together unless you want to pray. But imagine that, right? This is supposed to mean 10. This crap means anything. Can you imagine 7 months of no hints? And what does he drop to show he knows what's going on in the Pokemon game community? Insider info, Gen 10 is on the way. That's your hint? And it's coming after. Legends EA. It's 2026. 2026 is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Of course, Gen 10 is coming out then. This is all beyond predictable. Holy frick. I'm pretty sure he made this tweet to bait me. There's no shot. It's like freaking a useless tweet. It's time to wake up. No, you freaking go back to sleep. So listen, actually I had a different video to post today. Now this sucker came and did this. Now this is what you get today. You can blame him. But don't worry, in 7 months, wait for his tweet. He's gonna post a picture of a zoo and the answer is gonna be, there will be more Pokemon in the next game. Come back for more insider information. All right, well, tune in a couple of days. We'll have something fun or interesting to talk about. If not, then I won't post anything.